Hello, Big League here, doing a review of the Yaeber car jumper. This is a very simple car jumper compared to most modern car jumpers in that it's just simply, it has a flashlight and it has a USB output as well as the car jumping clamps, and that's it. It doesn't come with any pumps or charging any of your laptops. It doesn't have those items, and I think it's better that way because you want to have less complicated circuitry. The more complication is, more likely to fail because it has those circuits tied into it, and it affects it, of course. And the majority of the time is you leave this in the trunk of your car and use it as emergency purposes. I recommend not charge because this is lithium polymer. You charge it up to just like 90 to 95% max. You don't want it at 100% because the car can get hot. It boils the chemicals inside. Heats up the chemicals, and there's pressure buildup, and it might cause the battery to fail. So give it some headroom as well. And I learned this from reading the Tesla manual, where it tells you not to charge the car battery all the way to 100%, or if you do, you must use it as soon as possible. And that's just the nature of lithium-ion batteries, lithium batteries. So it comes with this little micro USB charge cable. This is car charger. Interesting, you use the car charger, car battery to charge this if you want to, or 15 volt 1 amp adapter. So here's the clamps, and it has a little smart chip attached to it so that it has this light to tell you what's going on. This is a boost, not necessarily a boost, but this would tell the battery to give it charge if it can't see a completely dead battery. Well, to this, a dead battery is when it's less than 5 volts. It's when it's like pretty much flat. Batteries normally are 12 volts, and if anything under 12 volts, it means it's near death. So if it's between 12 and 5, it will detect it, and it will jump it. Well, not jump it. It will charge it. So because of that, you have to insert this into the battery first. Don't put the clamps on to dead battery yet, because it will confuse this. Once you insert this in to this, it has this little flap here. Once you see how it says, looks like do. I was pressing onto the battery, so I went to the SOS pattern. So once you put this in, I can do this with a single hand. Once you put it in, you'll see a green and red light indicating that it is ready. There it is. Yes, there we go. It's looking for the battery. So don't put these two together. These are coated plastic on the outside as well. If you put them in contact, you short the battery. It's not nice. So it's detecting, and if it detects, if you make a good contact, it will be green. If it's red, it means other things. It means there's a warning. It will tell you. In the manual, it'll tell you what those indications are. And one of them is putting these two together as well. And the other is also, it can't detect your battery at all. So once it hits green, you run to the car, and I'm sorry, I didn't tell you, you should use the red one first. That's just tradition, and then the black. The thing about tradition is that it actually doesn't matter because you got the smart chip. It doesn't actually, the reason why you do this is so that it doesn't spark. It doesn't create a spark, but this only gives electricity when it detects the battery, when these are both clamped down, and when then it charges, so it won't give a spark. And because sparks a dead battery gives off hydrogen gas, and the spark might cause it to explode. That's what that is. So a very straightforward battery. You have 30 seconds once you have this in green light to run and turn on your car. If you miss that 30-second window, you just have to unclamp everything. You unclamp the black one, and then the red, and then you pull this out. I think you might have to pull it out again and then put it back in. So I'm just gonna pull this out. It's got a bit of strength there. All right, I'll just leave this in and use two hands to safely pull this. If you'd like to see more reviews, just like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a nice day.